Hi, good morning to Sargos, my university supervisor. On this great day, I would like to present about story of my industry training at POO & Co PLT. Before I start, let me introduce myself first. My name is Anis Andramiti Ahmad. My metric number is 1200691 and I was an audit trainee at POO & Co PLT. Okay, let's look at industry training introduction. Industry training subject is actually a mandatory course for all students in USIM, which need to be completed in order to receive degree certificate. Industry training need to be completed within 6 months. For me, I started my industrial training on 25 February 2024 and ended on 10 of August 2024. The objective of industrial training is to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and real-world application, meaning that we students already learn all the required subjects at university related to our course. So during industrial training, that is when we learn on how to apply all the subjects we learn into working situations. Now, let's take a look at organizational profiles of my internship company, POO & Co. POO & Co. PLT is actually a chartered accountant firm which already operated more than 40 years since its incorporation in 1982. The founders of POO & Co. are Mr. Politi, Mr. Uisuku, and Mr. Ng Kiang Chong. The head office of POO & Co PLT is at Alostar, which is the one I did my internship, and they also got branches which are at Sungai Petani, Kedah, and also Taiping, Perak. The company's vision is to maximize value to their clients by delivering the highest quality professional auditing, tax and business consulting services in a consistent and efficient manner and providing innovative and practical solutions for complex business problems. While the company mission is the firm excel in the provision of quality and timely professional services to all their clients regardless of their size. Okay, there are a lot of services offered at POO & Co PLT. The main services are consist of audit and assurance, taxation services, and corporate services. For audit and assurance, audit service entail an independent examination of the financial statements for a company in accordance with approved auditing standards to express a professional opinion as to whether the accounts show a true and fair view of the state of affairs of the company. For tax services, the services operating covers tax compliances for direct and indirect tax, tax audit and investigation, SSC submission, and also others. Lastly, for corporate exercise, the services cover corporate restructuring, internal audit, and due diligence. Besides that, the firm also provides business associate services. Firstly, accounting and bookkeeping services. Secondly, corporate secretarial services. Thirdly, payroll and related services. And lastly, management and consultancy services. For accounting and bookkeeping services, the scope of service include preparation of management accounts on a regular basis for whatever period, such as monthly, quarterly, 6 months, and others. Next, I will explain about some activities that I did during my 6-month industrial training. I was assigned to audit department under guidance of my industry supervisor, which is Mr. Lim Fuxiang. Okay, let me explain first about how it is actually to work in audit department. On every Sunday, every worker in audit department will get assigned to do audit work to selected company. For example, on my first week, I got assigned to 2 dormant companies. Okay, what is dormant companies? Dormant companies actually the companies that is not currently engaged in any significant financial transaction or business activities. They do not earning any revenue and their expenses solely based on our bill, such as professional fees, audit fees, secretary fees, and so on. So during my internship there, I already performed audit on 24 companies, which all companies consist of rice wholesaler, investment holding company, agriculture and livestock farming, repair and service of machinery, property development, food industries, and also others. Some of them are dormant companies and some of them are semi-active companies. Not only that, my supervisor also gave me a chance to assist him to perform audit work for active companies, which is the revenue of companies is more than 5 million. Okay, move on to activities involved during my internship. Firstly, I need to prepare inventory sheet. Before we start to do audit, client will send us some documents such as invoices, journal voucher, bank statements, payment voucher, and others for us auditors perform audit work. So when they send in their documents, my first task is to update document received in storeroom control and in Skype. Next, I need to prepare inventory sheet based on the documents provided. This is to make sure at the end of the day, we auditors will return back the same documents as the client sent in. No more and no less. After that, I need to put label client data in boxes of documents for us to trace these boxes of documents are for which client. Lastly, I will put the inventory sheet on top of permanent audit file and pass to my manager for her to identify any discrepancies or missing documents that may need to be addressed before proceeding with further audit work. Secondly, after I confirmed that I need to do audit for which company, then I started to perform audit planning. Audit planning is actually involved preparing and organizing the steps needed to perform an audit efficiently and effectively. First thing first, in audit planning, as an auditor, I need to get to know and understand the client business environment. Secondly, I started to agree auditor opening balance with prior audited report and GL opening balance. Thirdly, if the company doesn't provide any backup account, so I need to agree the trial balance with GL closing amounts. Then the fourth step in audit planning is to transfer the final year amount to previous year amounts in CAPLAS. Then I need to key in draft amounts based on trial balance amounts in all lead schedule. What is draft amount? Draft amount are amounts before we perform audit work, meaning that the amounts before we do any adjustment to client accounts. Okay, last step in audit planning is to extract minutes from minute book. Okay, what is the purpose to extract minutes? The purpose for us to extract minutes is to know what is happening to the company during the financial year end. For example, if the company got assigned new board of directors, so we need to update new director name in audit report for the particular financial year end. Okay, the next activity is to perform audit work. This is where the auditors need to collect evidence for all significant amounts. Okay, how do we auditors identify significant amount? From what I learned, I need to examine financial statements by run through all GL accounts and identify suspicious figures. For example, printing and stationery account last year was only 200 ringgit, but this year figure is 600 ringgit. So I ran through and I found that the average of all transactions are from 30 ringgit to 50 ringgit. But suddenly my eyes spotted there is one transaction for largest amount, which is RM 200 ringgit. Therefore, I need to perform audit work on that transaction. Another example is if the client made a purchase of new air conditioner. So we as auditors, we need to check whether the client purchased the new aircon for the company or for personal use, because sometimes the invoices provided to us, when we run through the invoice, we spotted that the invoice made for director names, addressed to director names, not addressed to company name. So we as auditor, we need to check whether the financial statement figure is for company or personal use. If the invoices name made for personal use, such as for director, then I need to attach the invoices as evidence for the company not to claim capital allowance for the aircon. After completed for all audit work for all schedules related, I will clear some queries with my supervisor and with my client. Sometimes not all documents needed are provided to us auditors, such as sales and purchase agreement for land sold. So we need to request the relevant document from client. Another queries that I always clear with my client is to check the existence status of the fixed assets, because sometimes client got disposed the fixed assets but they didn't record in the account. Okay, after I perform all audit work and collect all audit evidence, then I need to create TaxCom in Superior TaxCom app. In TaxCom, I need to identify non-allowable and allowable expenses for me to key in business income schedule. Usually, when I create TaxCom, the schedule that I need to prepare is tax competition schedule, business income schedule, capital allowance schedule, disposal of asset schedule, and statement analysis of account. Next, I will proceed to prepare audit report. Usually, there is already template of auditor report. It just may differ based on basis of audit opinion. For audit report, I need to make sure all figures presented in all financial statements are true and accurate based on my working papers. Not only that, I need to check whether all sentences ended with full stop, and I need to check also the spelling. Okay, after my manager or partner already approved my audit work, then I need to prepare signature documents. Before I start prepare signature documents, I need to determine submission type, whether the client need to submit EPC pages or white cover. If the client need to submit their audited report to SSM as white cover, then I need to prepare 3 copies of blue audited report and 1 copy of white cover. If the client need to submit their audited report to SSM as EPC pages, then I need to prepare 2 copies of audited report and 1 copy of page 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. For both of white cover and EPC pages, I need to prepare audited opening balance for next year financial year end. Then I need to prepare confirmation documents, HJE schedule, and also draft Form C in Superior TaxCom. Then, after client return back signature documents, then I need to prepare retention documents, for which is I need to file in all the confirmation letters and do cross-reference. Then, I need to print out timesheet report and get signatures from our founders. Next, we move to issues faced during my internship. During my first month, I had issue of language barrier. This is because I work at Chinese accounting firm where Mandarin and English are main language of communication. I am as audit training having difficulty of understanding English spoken with a Chinese accent. Due to that, misunderstanding instructions occurs where I struggle to keep up with conversation or in meetings with the team. Because of the difficulty in understanding English language with Chinese accent, I am not perform well during my first month of internship there. Okay, second issue is about peak period challenges. Mostly financial year end of companies are on December. Based on SSM rules, all companies need to submit their audited report to SSM not later than 7 months after financial year end. Therefore, due to most of companies year end are on December, the peak period starts from May until the end of July. During the peak period, all employees, including all trainees, need to do overtime 3 days in weekdays, which is from 6 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. and on every Saturday, which is from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. As a newcomer to the auditing field, I am confronted with an overwhelming volume of work and stringent deadlines that demand long hours and relentless effort. This intense workload can lead to significant mental and physical exhaustion, making it difficult for me to maintain peak performance. Not only that, the steep learning curve associated with mastering complex financial statements and intricate auditing procedures adds another layer of difficulty, requiring for me to quickly grasp and apply new concepts and methods. Additionally, with industry supervisors preoccupied with their own demanding responsibilities, I struggle to obtain timely guidance and support, leaving me to navigate these challenges largely on my own. Okay, last issue is about rigid time allocation. At Po Ooi & Co, all employees need to key in tasks performed with time spent in audit timesheet software. From that, higher management will monitor time spent for each task. I often experience severe stress when trying to meet specific time allocation for tasks, such as need to spend only 1 hour on audit planning. But the thing is, every companies have different nature of business, so the audit planning for or audit procedures for each companies may differ. Moreover, some of them are dormant companies, semi-active companies, and some of them are active companies. Each business has its own unique set of procedure and requirements, which means that one size fits all approach is rarely applicable. As a result, I may require more time than originally allocated to fully understand the nuances of each specific audit scenario. This extra time allows me to grasp the necessary procedures, comprehend the relevant details, and execute the task with greater accuracy. This is because I need to be careful in order to achieve fewer mistakes and a higher quality work, even though it might take a little longer than initially planned. By investing additional time to truly understand and complete my tasks, I can ensure that my work meets professional standards, ultimately leading to more reliable and accurate audit results. Okay, now let's take a look at my initiatives to solve the issues. For language barrier problems, I seek clarification from my team, such as I ask my co-workers or my supervisor to restate or repeat information or instruction, even though it may be nuisance to others, but I keep asking for them to repeat because I don't want to misunderstanding the instructions given. Besides that, I seek peer support, like from other trainees, about certain words that I can't fully understand. Slowly, after 1 month, I finally can understand English spoken with Chinese accent. Next, for audit peak period challenges, I apply negotiation skills with my supervisor, where I propose to him for a daily 30 minutes meeting to address our queries and seek guidance, which can significantly enhance understanding and efficiency. This regular touchpoint ensure that I can promptly resolve issues and gain clarify, which helps in managing the workload more effectively. Additionally, developing strong time management skills is crucial, so creating detailed schedules and prioritizing tasks can help me stay organized and meet deadlines without becoming overwhelmed. Lastly, for rigid time allocation issue, to overcome the issue, I jot down notes on audit procedures each time I work on a different type of business nature. This practice builds a personalized reference guide that can streamline my approach in future audits. Additionally, I create detailed plans and timelines for each audit task, breaking down complex procedures into smaller, more manageable steps. Adapting time management techniques such as setting specific goals for each work session and using time tracking tools can help me maintain focus and efficiency. I also make time for reflection after completing each audit, analyzing what strategies work well and what could be improved. By combining these strategies, including the practice of documenting audit procedures, I can better manage my time, reduce errors, and achieve a high standard of professionalism in auditing tasks. Okay, in conclusion, the industrial training experience has proven to be an immensely valuable component of my academic and professional development. This period of hands-on exposure to real-world auditing procedures and practices has significantly enriched my understanding of the field, providing practical insights that go far beyond theoretical knowledge. Not only that, The training allowed me to directly apply the theoretical concepts and principles I had studied in my coursework, thereby deepening my grasp of auditing procedures and enhancing my ability to manage time effectively. Moreover, the experience underscored the value of flexibility and resilience in the face of tight deadlines and high-pressure situations. By learning to balance multiple tasks, prioritize effectively, and adapt to unforeseen changes, I have built a solid foundation for managing the demanding nature of auditing work. Reflecting on this training, it is evident that the skills and knowledge acquired have laid a strong groundwork for my future career in auditing. The experience has bridged the gap between theory and practice, offering a clear pathway to apply what I have learned in a professional context. Overall, this industrial training has been instrumental in shaping my career trajectory, preparing me to contribute meaningfully to the auditing field, and positioning me for success in a dynamic and challenging profession. That's all from me. Thank you.